Lighting.
And so this is a Maxxair fan as well?
That is a Maxxair fan with a remote control.
Right. And then your AC, now in ours, it's 12 volt.
Yes.
Is this AC here 12 volt? Or
no,
is it
is 120 volt. It is the Dreha.
Dreha. Okay.
So it is 120 volt. It is from Italy. It's a super efficient air conditioner, as you can tell.
Yeah,
the compressor just shut off. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed.
You can hardly tell, but you can tell it shut off. It reaches its temperature so fast, the compressor hardly runs.
Right.
Now it's just moving a little bit of a fan air.
Moving air around.
You know, when it really comes down to battery power and you're running off of lithium, it's how often does that happen? How often is it on? How often is it off? This is a big vehicle. We're cold in here at 73 degrees. If I set it at 74, this air conditioner compressor would hardly ever be on.
Right.
It gets to temperature and shuts off. So if it's off 2/3 more than any other air conditioner, which is what it kind of does, that's more runtime.
Right.
You know, that's, you know, and part of one of the things your customers, your folks ask you on your website is, you know, do I need a bigger battery?
Right.
Efficiencies keep you from needing a bigger battery. We have 900 there, just shut completely off.
Wow. Yeah, it did.
That's unique.
Yeah.
We got to temperature. The compressor shut down. It used every bit of energy in that cooling part, and now it's completely off, which you don't see often in air conditioning.
Right.
And it only took, 15 minutes, and it's totally off now? You don't see that in anything else. We're drawing nothing now.
That's great. So yeah, so the battery is 920 amps.
920 amp hour of lithium-ion lithium from Mastervolt.
But because you're so efficient in insulation, in construction, in airflow,
there is no reason to have more.
Right. Plus the AC completely goes off, so no energy being used. Which is kind of what we try to explain is it's not necessarily the number of watts you have, it's how you're using it. And how often you have to use it.
There's so many factors. You know, we have a second alternator from Ford, but we alter it to like lithium, and it gives us 110 amps at idle, equal to a 15 amp cord on these big inverter chargers we have that'll go up to 160 amps of charge. Driving down the road or at 950 RPM, we get 250 amps of charge from the alternator. At a 30 amp cord, we only get 160 from the charger, which is a massive charger in inverter world. Most are 80. So we're achieving more on the engine than we can get from a cord, and that's why you don't really need a bigger battery, because anytime you drive somewhere, you're going to get more charge, and it's going to replenish the battery, and on it goes. The other thing we did that nobody talks about is we really paid attention to cable sizing. There's sheets out here that we all get from RVIA that dictate if you go this long, with this many amps, you need this size cable. We always step it up a notch. So what we've learned is if we use that exact cable, it might take a little more energy to get to the other end. If we oversize it, it takes less energy to get to the other end. Guess where that energy comes from?
Right.
The battery.
Right.
So our batteries will run longer because we've oversized all the cables. Nobody talks about that, but it's a big thing in the battery world. That if I can have a 15 amp reset back there and I use 12 gauge wire when I could use 14 gauge wire, it doesn't take as much energy to get to the inverter to draw from the battery. And that's throughout this vehicle. We've done that.
Excellent. All right, next subject on the list is the tanks, your fresh and gray water. What is the total capacities there?
Fresh tank is 34 gallon and gray is 37.
Okay.
Okay. Now the air conditioner just came back on. It's been 5 minutes or better.
Right.
So that was quite a while. So the fresh tank and gray tank are standard RV tanks, but we just throw a different twist to it. We've engulfed them in aluminum and insulated the inside of the aluminum, and then put hydronic lines around them so we can temperature control the tank. So it gives us the ability to have them outside and act like they're inside, basically, is what that does for us. Okay. But we still have unique drain systems and things that go along with it. We have unique monitors.
Right.
All that's just very high end.
When you do plug in outside, is it 30 amp or 50 amp?
No, we don't need 50 amp.
So you run 30 amp on everything, just
You know,
like
in
your
the
Class
vans,
Bs.
I teach everyone you don't need to. You can plug into a 30, but never ask for more than 15.
Right.
The difference between plugging into 15 on our coach on charge and 30 amps on charge is about 30 minutes of charge time.
Okay.
It only takes 23 amps of power to charge 160 amps of charge into the batteries. You know, when you lower that down to, 18 or so, 15 is actually closer to 40 minutes of charge time. If we go from 30 to 20, it's 20, 25 minutes of charge time. It's not a big number. But technically, when you plug in, you're going to plug in for hours. So
right.
If you lose 40 minutes from a 30 to a 15, who cares?
Right.
So what I try to teach is electrical is going to be a little bit stressed. We all know that. They talk about it with electric cars. The grid's going to be stressed a little. We've created these vehicles to not need as much power to function. Our vans will function and give you charge at 3 amps on a cord.
Wow. Yeah.
You can run refrigerators, lighting, and all that. Now, naturally, if you run in a microwave, it's going to take more.
Right.
So if you leave your inverter on, the inverter will wake up and give you the microwave. It'll switch from cord to inverter, give you the microwave from the battery, and as soon as it's done, it'll go back off and start charging the battery again.
Nice.
That's
very nice.
Most inverters are 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You don't have the choice to go to 3. So if 5 is your lowest number and you're still lower than 104 volts, you're just out of power.
Right.
We're able to adjust ours by ones and still give you a charge at a very low amp cord setting and keep your volts above failure. So that's something unique to us.
And you do have something I think is unique. You have the TV in the back for the bed.
Yes.
But apparently you have a TV here somewhere.
Somewhere.
Which I guess the window turns into a TV screen.
Yeah, it's magic.
Kind of Star Trek kind of
thing.
It's
like magic. So step to the left a little here and you'll get a better view.
Let me get this out of the way.
Come over here. So we did something unique again, which we always like to do. This opens up and the TV slides out of the cabinet. It'll come all the way out here and point this way. I'm going to just do that for now.
Right.
It has a sound bar on it and everything. And this is a 32-inch TV that will slide all the way out. We made custom slides for it, so I can keep sliding it. It's not hard to do. It just slides out, and then you pull the strap that's right here, and it releases it, and it's a articulating mount that will let it point at the living room.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
So you could technically have two people here.
Yes. And
at least two people there.
Yeah.
And watch TV comfortably.
And it just disappears. I think I have to pull these again. You can tell I haven't done this too many times, but it disappears. This goes back over, and you've just it was a dead space.
Right.
So the linen closet in the bathroom was a dead space. That usually isn't used at all. This was a dead space behind the refrigerator, and we took advantage of it. And now you have this beautiful open kitchen without a TV in your way. You're not having something gotten up. Most people, and you can attest to this probably too, aren't watching TV all day. They don't buy these to sit in here and watch TV.
Right.
They buy them to get out and enjoy the outdoors. But when you want to, there it is.
Oh yeah, I can attest. We have that TV. I think we've turned it on once.
Yeah.
In the entire 2 years that we've had this.
So why have it take up valuable storage? And if I made it come out of the counter, I lose all this great counter space underneath.
Right.
Plus I lose all the storage down below because this is also usable storage. This was nothing.
Right.
We just took advantage of it.
Excellent. All right. Now, big question. You have a 3,500 watt inverter.
Yes.
Why is that important or different from the Class Bs?
That's about as large as you can go 12 volt, and that's a special inverter from Master Volt. So the RV vans are 3,000 with 6,000 peak watts. This vehicle is 3,500 with 7,000 peak watts. Now we don't need a lot of peak watts. That's designed for air conditioners and things like that.
Right.
This air conditioner doesn't have a lot of peak. It starts up very, very slow. But what it does do for us is it helps handle the convection microwave. A 3,000 would be right about at its limit, or 3000 I think is 22 amps that you get out of that. So by having a 3500, it's matched to create power easily for this convection microwave. It gives it extra. So that's the reason we did that, is because we chose convection. If you didn't do that, you'd be really beating up your inverter.
Ah, okay, so that's what that is. Good. Earlier, the warranty is 3 years or 50,000 miles?
Same as the van. We do a 3-year, 50,000 mile limited warranty by Embassy for our workmanship. Materials in every RV are according to the vendors that we get them from.
Right.
So the other warranty that you see that's a 5-year is actually because we've teamed up with Mastervolt and created this amazing system. So the touch panels, the wiring to the touch panels, the inverter, the batteries, the shunts, the mega fuses, all that is a Mastervolt package that they created for Embassy, and it is a 5-year warranty as a package. Normally your touchscreen would be a 1-year warranty, your inverter would be a 2-year warranty, your batteries, if they're grade A lithium, should be a 5-year warranty. Your mega fuses and all that stuff are going to be a 1-year warranty. But because we are bold enough to step out of the box and work with a monster company owned by Brunswick Corporation, we have created a system that is intuitive, talks to itself, and you can remote in from anywhere and see it like a yacht, because it is a yachting system. They gave us a 5-year warranty.
Excellent. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And do we know the price range?
Right now, what I can talk about on prices, this model right here that we're standing in is $195,850.
Okay.
We do not know the 24s yet. These are the 23 chassis that we have on grounds, and all these are sold, unfortunately. The 24s are being built right now at Ford, and we haven't been invoiced yet from Ford. We do not like to post a price until Ford gives us an invoice, because sometimes that invoice changes from their prediction to actual production.
Right.
So we don't expect it to be drastic, but as soon as we get that 2024 chassis price, nothing on our end is changing. We're holding all this the same, 23 and 24.
Right.
So we'll release that as soon as we expect that to happen within the next week or two, getting our 24 pricing.
So if someone puts a deposit down now, like today, what is the lead time, do you think, before one would be built?
It is similar to our B-Van lead time. We're out almost a year. This is a little shy of a year right now, so you'd get it a little bit ahead of what somebody would get if they order a B-Van right now, but they're getting pretty close to the same time. We've got quite a few deposits that get us out almost a year already.
Oh, someone was said at the meetup that they were number 7, so I know you have at least 7.
Yeah, we have quite a few.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than 7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so who is the lucky owner of the first one? Would that be Roads of Life by any chance?
I don't think so.
No? You're just not going to give it to me?
You know, I'm the lucky person that gets to take this first one to shows and things. So Embassy owns the first one. We did that deliberately. You know, we wanted a demo naturally, but we've done so much testing on this and taking things in and taking it out and perfecting and things that, you know, we always want to keep that first one for a good 6 months or so and thoroughly keep testing and keep proving, you know, everything that we say it can do, and we've done a lot of testing. So Embassy gets the first one, and we'll just put it through the rigors and keep doing things like we do. And I can't wait. You know, I've had vans all my life and demos all my life that are on B-Vans. I get to travel around this and do a couple new shows with it. We're doing the Adventure Van in Topsfield, Massachusetts, and Adventure Van Expo in Lake Tahoe this year in August and September. So it'll be fun to take a vehicle that doesn't look like it's got ladders and luggage racks all over it, but still go off-road and show something fresh. So yeah, it'll be fun to do some new ones.
Right. And someone commented on our group, he's got to put scuppers on it so we can identify it in the wild.
There's one scupper.
Right.
It's technically on the driver's side, and we painted it to blend it into the graphite paint, but it is for the gray tank venting. So we do have one.
Technically, you have one.
We have one. Yes, we do. We didn't leave it out.
Any other last comments or something else you need to say?
We can look at the bedroom a little bit.
Sure, let's do that.
So before we go in, I want to show you this space, and then I'll step out of the way inside of it. Storage everywhere. I'm standing in a floor elevated storage area that you can put all kinds of stuff in, shoes, you name it. Doesn't really matter what you put down there. But it's a beautiful little hideaway storage in the floor. We wanted it to be where you sit here, your feet would touch the floor, so we had to build an elevation for it. And now I can step on that and come in here and sit. And we can raise and lower the table, but I can actually spin the table and bring it around, and I've got an office back here, I've got a dinette back here. I can do all kinds of stuff. You can still set paperwork and computers and things over here. We've got a pop-up electrical back here for plugging things into. That's really nice and convenient. And yet we can use a third cushion for the sofa up front as a cushion back here as well. And you know, if somebody wanted to have a king-size bed back there, that's something that we can probably work on and add another cushion and fill this all in. And it's 7 foot by 6'4", so we're 6'4" this way, about 7 foot this way. And tons of overhead storage back here.
Yeah, I noticed. And
these are all lighting.
These are pass-through, or?
They do go through to each other, yes.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So we got electrical up inside of them. So you can see, we see a lot of shelving and stuff out here for manufacturing, but it's a beautiful panoramic view back here, and all the windows are ventilated. You can uninstall them, get them out, and you get ventilation all back here. We do have a television back here.
Yes, you do. So, is this the same TV that's in the front? Same size,
it's a
do you think?
little, I think that's a 27. I think it's a little smaller. So we also have, there'll be a strap here shortly, so I got to grab it. Storage underneath the bed. That's quite large. And it lights up the minute you lift.
Right.
If somebody was taller than 6'4", you can technically, we could build a little platform here and you could go the other direction. It's a longer bed. So that's kind of unique. We do have a wardrobe here that's lighted.
Oh, full wardrobe, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good question for me to ask. When we did our van, we had the wardrobe turned into 4 drawers.
Yeah,
I think on the Class Bs you now have shelving, but we had the 4 drawers. Is that possible to update for here, or do you know? Or have you figured
We're going to have
yet?
some options for it right now. What we have is the standard stuff here, but there will be some options we add to it. Yeah. So anything we're building in the van can be done in here because we've already created it. Right. These are similar spaces as the van. So the same drawers work in this that work in the van. It's just the pantry is the size of the linen closet in here, not the van closet. So we've done some different sizing. But yeah.
So this is still the famous controlled custom that you do always do.
Somewhat. We're not going to go too crazy with this. We've put so much effort into the design. There's really not much you need to add to this. It's a very complete vehicle, and we are not going to do, you know, really, we want to keep this what it is. We help, the customers help create this, let's put it that way.
So it's pretty much done.
We had a YouTube, and we had quite a few of them. I think you were involved.
I was involved slightly because I had work
and it's
at that
been
time.
over a year ago, but we had customer intervention with this, and we asked questions, you know, what's important to you, what's important to you, what's important to you, and this was created from those inputs. And so we know, you know, we saw that this weekend, this thing was a smash. I mean,
it was.
Nobody came in here and says, oh my gosh, you got to make this bigger, you got to make this smaller, you got to do this. It's designed very well, and it's got plenty of space for everything you need to do. So we're not looking to do a lot of changes right now on the overall setup of this, just so everybody knows.
So this is the layout that you get for now.
Yes, this is the floor plan. We're not doing another floor plan right now. Yep. So when I do this, this is the thick one. This is the medium one, I think. We do have seat belts.
Yes, I see.
Go grab the other one.
And this is larger than the Class Bs. This is actually quite a bit wider.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that one's 42 inches by 69 inches. This is 56 inches by 72 inches.
Oh my. So it's really just about a full bed.
Yes. Very comfortable, very tight.
Nice little cubbies right there.
Yeah, we added some little cubbies for overnight and stuff.
Right.
Electrical. And you can still get up out of it.
Oh yeah, easily. To the bathroom and whatever.
So this is what I call the telescoping bed. It's something I created on a Saturday morning. And it's just a simple bed that I'll just do it quick. I know why it wasn't latching now. They had the seat belts in the way. I'm going to just stack these. And you see we are seatbelt compliant. These have to actually pull out of the way a little over here for it to latch back. So let me just move them real quick. And this all slides back in and latches. So just like that, it turns back into a sofa, and then I can set it up as a sofa. This one would be cut in half. We have to work on this one a little bit for the back bedroom. But then this one goes down. This one goes in the back and it turns back into a sofa.
Again, very quickly done, fairly easily.
Just like that, in a few seconds, you're back.
Wow. And this...
We're going to split this one so it folds and it fits right between the beds in the back and stows right there.
Oh, okay, good. Very nice.
So when it's on top of it, it's the same thickness as the other two beds, so it works quite nice.
Fantastic. All right, I'll take two.
Pretty neat.
Wonderful.
Yep. That's some of the work in progress we have. We're tweaking a few things like that.
Sure. Well, thank you so very much for taking a lot of time of your personal time.
Oh, no, it's fine.
No, really, to do all this for me and the video channel and to show everyone exactly what this can do.
You know, this is a labor of love. You know, everybody in our facility is just so passionate about the things that we build, and this was a massive group effort. Not just a few engineers, not just a few people creating something. We all got together and we put our heads together and we made sure everything in here mattered, including talking to customers and making sure that it mattered to them as well, not just to us.
Right. Well, thank you so much.
Yep, thank you, Bob.
I will see you when I see you. So be seeing you all.
Yeah.
Hope you liked it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Bye-bye.